Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a bonus tarot oracle reading for the full moon lunar eclipse on August 28th. And you, Libra, are the star of this astrological insight. The underlying energy for this reading is the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is an energy of isolation, feeling like you've been left out in the cold, not part of the crowd, that type of energy. The Five of Pentacles is talking about lifestyle, basically, and it's like these two people together, they only have 5 pentacles, and there's only 10 there's in the tarot. So this is like they don't have enough to sustain a home. And it's talking about being in an energy, this person is on crutches and is wearing a bell. And this big bell, in the old days, they didn't have apps to isolate people when they thought they might be carrying a plague or, some sort of disease. So they would force them to wear these big bells. And then when they came into town, everybody could hear them coming, which would, of course, make it pretty near impossible to get work or, to buy groceries, even whatever you needed. And then this other person doesn't even have shoes in the snow. However, this card sometimes can also represent an energy of you were never meant to fit in, that you were made special and you're supposed to stand out from the crowd. There's an easy solution in the making here. I feel that this is talking, these people could go inside the church. The snowflakes represent the energy of a lot of possibly tactics that have been piling up against you and your energy. And this could be like, different tactics people are using to keep you in this position, because there's a lot more promise here than you realize. So let's keep going here and see. The upper part here of the reading is the energy for the full moon in Pisces energy coming in here. So the full moon in Pisces energy is about idealism, and it's about relationships with people. So the lunar eclipses are definitely about that. You may already be feeling this Pisces energy coming in. It's very, the Pisces energy is very sensitive, and it's also very intuitive as well. So that sensitivity, you can use it to your benefit. The energy here is of some immature competition that has kind of caused a lot of problems for you, it looks like. And this is the energy, the wand energy represents action, and it's the element of fire. The wands are made of wood because the wood fuels the fire to take passionate action. And this is the only card in the tarot where there's actually people, adolescents, fighting with each other. Sometimes this energy can talk about sibling rivalry, and it can also talk about the energy of immature competition. This is my Mean Girls card. It's talking about, think about narcissistic cheerleaders. They're in grade 6 to maybe grade 10, and they made the team. So they're all that, and they have to win the trophy at the competition. They have to, or they're going to look bad. And there's another team there that's better than them, and they're like, man, we have to win this trophy again. And they're really working hard. How are we going to beat this team when they're better than us? So instead of watching the competition, learning from them, being inspired by it, and working on that move for the next competition, if everyone in the team decided, okay, we're just going to be 1% better at everything we do, this could make a huge, huge difference in the team, and they could quite likely fairly win that trophy at the next competition. But they have to have it at this one. So if they don't succeed in finding a way, their mothers behind the scenes will pull strings so that they do. It's that type of energy. And as we mature, we realize that competition is really within ourselves. Can you keep your ship together under pressure? That's the question. And so this is the Wounded Warrior, and it looks like you're doing a pretty good job here, because the Wounded Warrior represents someone that is staying on their destined path. He's planted 8 wands with the seeds of his actions, and there's only 10. So he's already, this energy is like he's already leaning hard on the 9th. He's about to plant it. So he's, you know, he's only got one to go after this, but his head is bandaged. Clearly he's been through it. You know, like this immature competition has been, you know, a bunch of energy being sent his way, and it's causing a lot of difficulty. And I can see here that this is an energy that's hard at work on both ends, I feel. So the wounded warrior energy is saying, stay on your destined path. You're almost there. I know you're tired, but, you know, plant that wand, and you only have one to go. And at some point, this energy is going to be over. And this is clearly someone who's very focused on work here. The pentacle energy is health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. And of course, money is a huge part of this. But you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. Like, this is no fun to be living like this. And so this is talking, this particular card though is the only one, this is the only one with adolescents fighting, and this is what they're fighting about. I feel like this is about working on, you know, this is the only card where someone's literally working on the coin, like pounding it out. So this is someone, this is your energy being very focused and staying on, you know, on that designated path and being the best version you can be of yourself and all of that. And working very hard. You have already completed 6 pentacles and you only have 2 to go, and you'll have the 8. And I feel like that represents this energy here. But the competition is wearing you down a bit. And from their end, sometimes this energy, this is literally making money. Like, they might be doing their best to make money off your back. And this is talking about sometimes counterfeit, identity theft, fraud, you know, embezzlement, all of those white collar crime type energies. So it could represent some sort of energy here from the competition really causing you a lot of problems, like ruining your career and reputation, ruining your credit rating, you know, whatever they're doing, if there's identity theft and forgery or whatever. So something is going on here. The hidden illusions and their secrets. This is the Pisces full moon. You have very strong intuition at this time. Everybody can feel that energy. But we've been in between the energy of the last eclipse on August 12th and moving into this one on August 28th. And it's been heavy. The energy, you may have noticed, it's heavily emotional, very volatile, because we've got the Pisces energy, which is very sensitive. And then we have the you know, the energy of the eclipse on top of that. And we're kind of in between. And this lunar eclipse, this is talking about relationships, flaws coming out in you, significant others, people in your inner circle, friends, family, peers, whatever that is. And also partnerships, you know, anything that is not working in a relationship is highlighted for the next 6 months with this Pisces and it's a Pisces Virgo. So Pisces is more idealistic and everything will work out, and, you know, more easygoing and forgiving, whereas the Virgo energy is an earth sign, and it's talking about the energy of shining light, analytical critique, you know, like really taking a logical look at things. And so we have the energy, whenever there's a full moon, the opposing energy, Virgo is on the opposite side of your of you on the horoscope wheel. So you have a huge effect on each other's energy. And also this energy is talking, or sorry, not on yours, but on Pisces. It's across the wheel from Pisces. So the Virgo energy is really having a strong effect on this Pisces moon. And the Virgo energy is the sun energy, shining light on what's going on here. And we do have temperance. And this is saying, if you've been on your designated path, that's what temperance is. It's devotion to staying on your, you know, you're in alignment with your path. And that this energy, you will be rewarded in the end. You need to, this is talking about, in the Bible, it says, there's 144,000 chosen ones. And a lot of people feel it's this energy here, like earth angel energy, someone who has a high spiritual vibration, and they were put on the earth basically to add their own special qualities. And you can see that with the right foot in the water. This is the universal pool. and then their left foot is grounded on earth. So it's about bringing that beautiful energy down to earth. And this is talking about look at the beautiful flowers that just from her foot touching the earth here. And we have the path of glory here. So this is saying you've been on your designated path, and that's the energy that this energy is in. And so you will be rewarded. Stay on the straight and narrow, and understand that you were never meant to blend in anyway. You were meant to stand out. So if you've always kind of felt like, man, I never fit in, it's because God didn't make you to fit in. God made you to stand out in this way. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords energy is talking about, she's one of the 4 queens in the minor arcana. And the sword energy is the element of air. And it's talking about having that discipline of the mind and mental intelligence. She is considered the coldest of the 4 queens. She is cold because she's been there, she's done that, and she has the t-shirt. And so this is, I feel like that energy is explaining kind of why you're in this energy. And so she has clarity for the first time maybe in a long time. And so this is representing the sun coming in and shedding light on the entire situation, the truth coming out, and also you being happy on your path, that you deserve to have a good lifestyle. And she's willing to receive now, but she still has her right sword up. And she's like, you better come in correct to me or not at all, or off with your head. So she's not putting up with any of this nonsense here. And so she's just in this cold energy right now. And maybe this energy here is not used to you being that way. Like in this, I'm doing what I have to do for myself, and that's all there is to it kind of energy. And then we have the Page of Swords. So the pages would work for the King and Queen. So the Page of Swords would work for the Queen of Swords. And this is information communication coming in. And he's looking right at her, and he's got the logical question already, but he is looking away from the logic because he's trying to find a creative solution for this energy. And he's thinking outside the box, basically. So this energy can represent an energy of information coming from within you because of the ability to be highly intuitive with this Pisces moon, and then adding your analytical nature to it, the Virgo energy. And Libra is very much that way. I mean, you are the symbol of justice. And Libra, when you're Libra is about being a mature adult, being able to handle things like and understand society and how to do things properly in society. It's when you're ready for big commitments like marriage and business partnerships and whatever that is, because you have enough life experience now. This can represent like an aha moment that comes from you yourself, and a breath of fresh air. Okay, I can see how I can move out of this energy and get justice for my situation. Get out of this energy and get what I deserve after working so hard for it. And this is the analytical side of you coming out, but mixing that with your intuition so that you can come to a creative solution. Now the pages, they would work for the King and the Queen. 7 to 14 was when, the age they would usually begin. And that may sound very young, but it would depend on how mature they were. But back then, the life expectancy was about half of what it is now. So they had to really get to work early in life. And this would be a real coup for the family. This would be like getting a really, when you're young. So it's going back to a time, the information could be coming in regarding a time frame when you were in elementary school, high school, starting out in college or university, or starting out at a new job. This can sometimes talk about apprenticing under someone and doing something different, and moving into that energy. And so this is finding a creative solution to basically the money problems here. And this can also be talking about someone that you knew from that time frame. The information could be about them, or they could be the one bringing it in. In any case, it's talking about past situations, like people you've known from the past. It could even be saying that this is someone that you haven't seen regardless of your age for 7 years, 14 years, 21 years. And sometimes this energy can be talking about an investigation going on, private eyes, technology being used, like hidden cameras, hot mics, that type of energy. So something is going on here, but using your analytical nature to solve the hidden illusions and secrets that are happening in this energy. And remember, the eclipse energy percolates on the back burner for 6 months. So the full moon, you'll be feeling the emotion of it now. This is a real extra emotional moon, because this is talking about relationships and how you thought that they were, and you know, having like, oh, I thought this person was all for me, and then finding out, holy smokes, look what they've been doing behind the scenes. It's that type of energy. And we have like, but a breath of fresh air is coming in. Some new information is coming in to take you out of this energy. And I feel like it's more like about separating them from your energy. So there could be some justice coming in for sure in that energy. And then the Queen of Swords, as I said, is cold right now, and she's not interested in engaging with anyone that has put her in this energy, and she wants justice, and that's the energy here. And then we have Temperance, and Temperance is being very devoted to her path in spite of the fact that it was difficult. This is saying keeping your temper, like really being devoted to your path, and just one foot in front of the other kind of energy, knowing that eventually the truth is going to come out about this situation. The sun is shining the truth on. These people, whatever this energy is, they've left some sort of a trail. Like it probably is digital, it could be paperwork, whatever that is. Because of course the energy of the swords, it's your thoughts, and how do you express your thoughts through words, and that could be written or it could be verbal. So there could be some sort of legal or illegal investigation going on about some energy here, and you've been so busy at work that you didn't notice it until it hit you, and you're like, what happened to all the pentacles that I was working on here? I worked so hard and I didn't get anything out of it. Like, what's going on here? It's that type of energy. I'm going to clarify this for those that want clarification. For if you're leaving the reading here, thank you so much for your time and energy. I really appreciate your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Thanks very much. I'm going to clarify with my oracle. This is Tales from the Vector. It's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. The underlying energy from the oracle is talking about worldly and otherworldly desires. All right, so here we have it. You know, the numbers, first of all, I'm just going to explain on the cards here, represent the paintings in the oracle. This oracle is exclusive to this channel. I don't actually have a deck out as of yet, but I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com. And this energy is from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And this is one of the paintings from that oracle. Then they're all numbered. There's 64 of them. These numbers are how they're numbered in the gallery. So you can check it out if you want. I'll put in the information below, the order they appear here. And then you can look them up if it gives you further clarity. They say a picture can paint 1,000 words. I feel like this is talking about the karmic space when people fall into doing something that they know they shouldn't be doing. That's going to cause suffering and struggle for other people, but they don't really care because they want something. And what they want are worldly desires, and sometimes even your spiritual destiny. And I feel like that's this energy here. Like they're going for it. They're really going after you in a real big way. They want your path. And this energy, it's talking about wanting to go for your authentic desires and take that from you, so for themselves, as if they have control over God's plan. which requires a huge ego, and it's going to be anticlimactic for them, apparently. They're not going to be able to keep you in this energy because that's not God's plan. But it will expose them to what they've been doing, which was also God's plan. And then we have the lack of awareness, another karmic space. So while this was going on, I feel you were busy at work and you didn't want to think, oh, you know, this is saying never underestimate the power of willful ignorance. You did not want to take a really good look at it because your intuition was telling you, these people that I thought I could trust, I can't trust them. But then you realized it's everybody I know pretty much from when I was young, and the people that, you know, I've been working with and whatever. So you just went to work and thought, it must just be my imagination. It can't be all of that. But never underestimate the power of willful ignorance. And, you know, it causes missed opportunities. And also, if they've been up to this, they might be trying to what is the word I'm looking for? Implicate you in what was going on here. And then we have the guidance star. Use your intuition. Like when your intuition's telling you this, it's always best to listen to it. And I feel like here you're realizing, man, I have to really look into this. And I feel like that's why the energy is now shifting. And then we have the Virgo energy here. So the Virgo energy is coming up because of this energy here. As you remember, Pisces and Virgo are across the wheel from each other. So the sun has a big effect on the moon. And this is the analytical critique being added. Like this is about really looking into this energy here. This is about the aha moment. Oh my gosh, this is what's been going on, that type of energy. I just want to point out that when I do have horoscope signs coming up in my readings, I'm not talking about individual people. I'm talking about the quality, the state of being of that sign. If you ever get your birth chart done, you'll find that you have all of the signs in there somewhere, and you can learn a lot by, you know, from other signs, because every sign has its strengths and it has its weaknesses. And you can learn, oh, if this happens, this is how a Virgo would handle it. Oh, I need to use my analytical critique, especially at this time with the full moon energy, being opposed by this analytical critique that's from the eclipse season. And remember, again, that's like about a 6-month thing. And the main theme is relationships of all kinds, like relationships with money, relationships with people, you know, in particular, love relationships, significant others, people in our inner circle, also with business partners, people you work with, a relationship with anyone or anything, really. And so let's see what else. Oh no, we have the devil here. So definitely this is this energy is like the devil convincing someone that, oh, well, you can take you can become them and you give them to me, you sacrifice them to me, and then I'll be able to give you what's theirs and they'll have to take what's yours. You'll get away with it. There won't be any problem. You know, the devil is very convincing in the beginning. It's something shiny that you want, and something, you know, whoa, yeah, I really want that. You're telling me I can have that? Yeah, I can get that for you. Until payday hits, and that's when the ugly comes out. So when the devil card comes up, I always check it to see, I want to know, you know, what is the underlying energy here. It's very manipulative. You're not going to get the truth from the devil. In my oracle, the devil is actually a beautiful hot pink dragonfly energy. You know, she's adorned with crystals and very beautiful. And so the devil energy is talking about, you know, manipulative energy. I always cover it with the next card. I want to know who does the devil send in to do their dirty work, and you know, which minion is it, and does God step in? And we have this energy of being in denial. See, we have this lack of awareness and denial. Sometimes this earth angel energy can be like, I feel that this is what I don't know won't hurt me. And this is because it's saying a couple things here. It's saying that these people thought this was an easy target. And they've done it. I feel this is an energy. They've done it before. So it's an easy target. This is someone who's naive And, you know, because they come off really childlike, and really it's a choice that they're making to remain innocent. They have God's protection. So when the devil comes, this energy, when you come up against this energy, you're not coming up against this naive, innocent person that's easy to take down. You're coming up against a spiritual warrior that is staying in this energy, and they have God's protection. And so this is not going to work. And the devil's not going to tell you that, because the devil wants the sacrifice. And but this is saying right here, we have lack of awareness, and it's sitting right on this competition. So the people that are really naive in this situation are these people, not you, not this energy here. This energy is protected and is actually a spiritual warrior that works for God. And perhaps these people have been at this for some time, and that's why they're so sure. They have connections, whatever, to be able to accomplish this. And so this energy is something you definitely want to avoid, because what you don't know could very much hurt you here, very much so. And the Capricorn energy, it's coming in. Capricorn is the most ambitious sign of them all, and it's ruled by by Saturn. When Capricorn is in the upright position, this is talking about this hard work that's been done here. You know, this is talking about, you know, taking consistent steps of action to climb that mountain. And Capricorn energy is the mountain goat. A sea goat, actually, because it has a dolphin tail on the end of a mountain goat front. Can you imagine climbing a mountain, but yet the Capricorn energy will get her done? Like, that's the energy that they're in. And that's the energy that you've been in to be able to get to this place where you only have one more wand to go. They were not expecting this. And so the devil is asking for payment now, because they're not going to accomplish their goal. And, you know, the devil is also ruled by Saturn. So this energy is talking about, you know, if you're in the upright, the Capricorn energy is very powerful for working towards your goals, very consistent, very disciplined, able to see the possibilities and challenges. But if it, you know, if the devil is in control, it's more like being really irresponsible, seeing the possibilities to take something that isn't yours in the challenges here, you know, in the that's the possibility in the challenge. And it's like, yeah, and the devil's not going to be upfront with you and let you know, oh, by the way, you know, this person has protection from God. So you're not fighting this person, you're fighting God and God's plan. And God has a long leash. Like, God will has a lot of patience, way more than most people do. That's for sure. And then we have scotoma. And so this is talking about a blind spot. So definitely, I feel like the aha moment, whatever happens here, is when you have that moment and you realize, oh, this is what's been happening, and something has to be done about it. And there's probably going to be a tower hitting this energy. And you, as long as you're like, this is the Libra energy, as I said, we have the scales of justice here. As long as you're on the right side of the law, both spiritual and physical, this is a huge blessing coming in for you, because you're going to be paid 100-fold for what you would have made if this hadn't happened, because it's really slowed down your progress for sure. But because of your commitment to staying on the right side of the law and being a good person, you know, being in this energy of being responsible, you are going to be rewarded greatly for that. And I feel that, like, a lot of times I have come to the conclusion after doing this reading, when this card comes up, the scotoma, a scotoma in your physical eye is when there's sort of something on your eye that causes it to blur the pixels a little bit, but you don't notice it unless it's right on the pupil or something. And this is talking like we can have scotomas like that in real life. And I've come to the conclusion that when we love people, we can have some major blind spots about them. It can take us a long time to see things about people that we love that we don't want to see. And so this energy is like, you know, something that everybody else could see going on, but you couldn't. Something that you could see that they couldn't. and then nobody could see it, and now everybody can see it, everybody, and it's going to be out in the open. So just, you know, continue to go on the your path and move forward. You're like, it's really, it's a miracle that you're still standing under this energy. But you only have one more wand to go, and that last action you've already started to take with this aha moment. I feel that this is really going to be moving forward. There's a lot of promise here for you. If you've been under a lot of stress and difficulty, just know that that season is over. You know, when the sun comes out and melts the snow, this always reminds me, I grew up in the prairies and in Canada, and you know, through the winter they can be really long in the prairies, and it's cold, and you let your dogs out to go, you know, use the toilet, and let them in, and if you're not consistently cleaning up after them in the spring when the sun shines on the snow and melts it, oh my goodness, it smells really bad, and it's very public. Like, oh yeah, like it can be really, really bad. Instead of smelling the smell of spring, you're smelling the smell of doggy doo-doo and a whole like 4 months worth, you know. And it's not something that you can hide from. When the sun shines light on what's been going on with the snowflakes here, it's going to, the tactics that have been used, it's going to smell so bad that people will not be able to ignore it. So just remain calm, recognize that you're protected, you're going to be okay here, and keep being the responsible adult that you are. Thank you for your time and energy, Libra. I really appreciate your likes, comments, and subscribes. And I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now.